Hey guys, happy Thursday. It's a beautiful day. Hopefully the sun doesn't blind you guys too much. I am just going to talk quickly about last night's salting, and there's a lot of mixed reviews, whether people went out, whether they didn't go out, why they should. But before I get into that, I just wanted to have a little fun with you guys. Take a look at this short clip that I made about the struggles of all snow removal and salting companies combat, even veterans actually from time to time, but the struggles they go through trying to make the decision whether they salt or not. Hey Bob, have you seen the forecast?
Yeah, it's a mixed bag.
Yep. Some predictions above freezing, some predictions below.
Are you going salting tonight?
I don't know, are you?
Well...
Hold on, that's Jack. Hey Jack, have you seen the forecast?
Yeah, I was just wondering what you're gonna do.
I don't know, I was just talking to Bob about that.
Well, I'm going to...
Really? Hold on. Jack's going, so am I.
Really? I'm not.
Yeah, you're probably right. Neither am I. Okay, I gotta go. Hey Jack. Yeah, good call for tonight. I'm gonna go as well. Okay, I gotta go load the trucks.
All I was gonna say was I'm gonna wait. It's too early to make the call. Bye.
So I get it. The struggle's real, especially if you're new in this industry, whether or not you should salt or not. But to those guys in the East Coast that shake their head at us West Coasters for salting, take a look at these videos that were taken today of some driveways just as I was leaving my area. And take a look at the frost that's on the ground. This happened in temperatures of just 0 degrees Celsius or -1 degree Celsius. That's the lows that it hit last night. That's the equivalent for you American folks of, I believe, 30 to 32 Fahrenheit. So a decent amount of frost formed on these driveways, and that's why we salt for our commercial properties as well as our stratas, is to prevent this frost from forming and to create a safe environment with, minimal to next to no slipping hazards due to ice and frost. Anyways, making the decision to salt last night or not, for us anyways, it was a very easy decision. And as you have more experience in this industry, you're going to notice weather patterns, and it doesn't really matter what the forecasts say. You're going to listen to your knowledge. For instance, I knew on Monday, even Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, sorry, that we were going to be salting Wednesday or Thursday. I knew it. And there was a decent chance that we were going to salt on Wednesday, even though when I was looking at Wednesday or Thursday's forecast back on Monday earlier this week, it was showing positive or above freezing temperatures for the Wednesday. But I told all my guys, be on standby, we could be salting, and we're probably going to be salting Wednesday or Thursday. So as we got closer to that time, I made the decision Wednesday morning. I made the decision, and I confirmed 100% by noon, essentially, that we were going to be salting on Wednesday, even though some forecasts were calling for positive temperatures. So why did I ignore the positive temperatures, and why did I listen of some forecasts, and why did I listen to the other forecasts that were predicting negative or zero? A couple of reasons. Number one, it really didn't matter about Wednesday. Wednesday night, even if it stayed positive, it still justified a salting night, because Thursday was calling -3, Friday was calling, I believe, 0 or -2, and as you scrolled along, it's calling for 0 or colder freezing temperatures for the next 5 days after Wednesday. So even if we salted and it was going to stay above freezing temperatures, which I did not believe it was going to, and it never did. It did drop below freezing. But even if it stayed above freezing, and even if I got bombarded by email complaints, why did you salt? It didn't freeze last night. Why did you salt? You didn't freeze last night. All I would say to them is that due to the weather, the long-term forecast, it's dry. There's no precipitation of any kind coming in the forecast, but they're calling for even colder temperatures over the next 5 days. If it does not hit a freezing temperature of 0 or colder in the next couple days, I will reimburse your money. But if it does, we've already salted, and there is enough adequate salt present to combat what is coming down the pipe. So going now and talking about how did we know? I mean, I guess technically no one knows that it's going to be colder than they're predicting, but how did we strongly feel that it was going to be a lot colder than they were predicting? Number one, it cleared up that day in the afternoon. If you looked at the long-term forecast, it was going to be staying sunny for about 5 days straight, and the temperatures were going to be dropping overnight as you looked further in the long-term forecast for the next 4 or 5 days. With that being said, historically, like religiously, if you're having a day before the 4 or 5 days of freezing temperatures, if you're having a day that is only showing, sorry, that's really bumpy here, but if you're having a day that is only showing a positive temperature forecast of 2, but the next night is calling for 0 or colder, and the next night is even colder or the same, 0 or colder, and you have about 3 or 4 days, you can bet that first night that they're calling, unless there's rain in the forecast or a clouds over the skies, but if it's a clear night, you can bet it will be colder. And again, what can you go back on? You can go back on the fact that if it does not hit a freezing temperature, it doesn't matter, because the next day it will, and your salt is already laid down. It's just 1 day early. That's it. So they can't really hold anything against you guys. So last night, this is a very time-sensitive YouTube video. Last night we did salt. Last night we made that decision based on our previous record keepings of temperatures, and we already knew that some forecasts were completely out to lunch so far this year, with being off, as their predictions were as high as 4 degrees higher than it actually would turn out to be. So those forecasters are out the window pretty much, and we start focusing on other ones. Guys, in this industry, it's okay to network, it's okay to talk to people and try and gauge whether you should or shouldn't salt, and you got to do what's best for your clients, not what's best for you. So over servicing, I don't agree with, but if you can't make these decisions 100% on your own, and you don't know why or when to salt, then you really got to start learning quickly. Again, East Coasters, we do it completely different. We get slippery conditions on the ground despite any precipitation happening. I proved it in this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope this has helped some of you guys as to when and why to salt if you see a long stretch of nice weather coming with cold temperatures overnight, and when you should be salting, or I guess how you can read that a little differently than what they're predicting. Take care, guys. Stay safe out there.